hear are of the hosts and do not reflect the management, sponsors, or affiliates of Cave Radio Broadcasting. You're listening to CRBRadio.com. The words and opinions you are about to hear are of the hosts and do not reflect the
Later today for a 2-hour show. Skip and me be playing a few good tunes on Skip's Cave Radio. Here on Skip's Radio.
Good Sunday evening, my friends. We are back in action with a submission for a theme song for Acoustically Yours. We are live from the Penthouse Studios high atop O'Malley's Supper Spirits and Songs in lovely Livonia, Michigan. My name is Skip Dietz, and for the next 2 hours, I am Acoustically Yours. Live in studio tonight, we have, as always, the steerer of our ship, the pilot, the captain, Eric Pelto.
How you doing, Skip?
Doing well, doing well. Welcome back to us. We had to take a little detour last episode, but we are back in the saddle tonight. And joining us tonight live, we have Steve Pichan here in studio. Hi, Steve.
Skip, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
I'm doing all right. So that was Steve Pichan's submission for Acoustically Yours theme song.
Yeah, send in your request for that. He's looking for a jingle, and maybe I gave him one. I don't know.
You never know. You never know. Sounded great, though. So, gosh, we've had lots going on. We've got lots of ground to cover. We got lots of stuff planned for tonight, so I'm kind of super stoked about this show. Tonight, we've got Steve joining us with some of his favorites, and we're going to learn a little bit about Steve tonight as we welcome him to the cave. We're bringing back Eric's segment, Back in the Saddle, so that should be fun, and there might be some multiple accompaniment on that one, so I'm looking forward to that. It sounds fun, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
So, in other news, the Scrambling for Autism 1:30 shotgun start on Saturday, September 19th from the Lakes of Novi golf course. Scrambling for Autism is $120 per bowler or per bowler. I'm just finished a summer league, and there's just something in the message about. Anyway, so it's a golf scramble, not a bowling scramble. It's not best ball bowling. But we do have a golf scramble. We put it on every year. It is the best outing of every year. 210 golfers invade the Links of Novi for great fun and an even better cause, Joseph and Jonathan's Journey for Autism. There are still room for golfers. There are still room for teams, a couple. Almost full, but not quite yet. And always looking for sponsors, donations. We got bag raffles. We got big prize raffle. 18 holes with cart. Steak dinner afterwards. And just a ton of fun out on the lakes. So
I think I'll go for the steak.
If you have any interest in that outing, that happens September 19th. Again, 1:30 shotgun start. Reach out to our grand poobah, Dan Mayer, and he will get you all set up. Coming in November, I guess in lieu or as the Cave Radio's 13th anniversary party, it's Rave in the Cave. That's right, we're going to do a 90s night. Yeah, so dress up in your 90s attire. That's going on at the Harris Care VFW post at the corner of Wayne Road and Avondale in Westland, Michigan. So make sure you check that out. Our friends, Five Becomes West, are going to be the featured band that night, and that is on the Saturday before Thanksgiving, 21st of November-ish. Anyway, that is Raven the Cave, so make sure you check that out. So we are joined tonight by Steve Pichan. I got to meet Steve. Actually, I met Steve officially while we were out in Milford watching our friends from Love Planet playing.
Yeah.
Nicole and Mark, awesome people, awesome fun folks. We had both happened to just be there to catch part of their show, and it's like, hey, you're going to be on my show coming up in August. So we're very happy to have Steve Pichan. Then I went and saw him live in Northville
The next day.
the next day.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yep. So I was actually planning on meeting Steve a day later, but we met early, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we are going to get Steve going here. So you've been playing for how long now, Steve?
Oh gosh, quite a few decades actually. I picked up guitar when I was 9.
Okay.
So that would be many decades ago. Yeah. I'm 73, so we'll start there.
Well, you are a very young
Yeah.
looking 73.
Yeah. So
You've
yeah.
been living right.
Well, I've been married for 50 plus years, so.
Well,
yeah,
congratulations to
so
that.
my
'Cause
wife keeps me living right. So.
see, that's not
Eating
something
good.
That's not something you see a whole lot of anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
So you picked up a guitar when you were 9 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. My
And just-
dad would drive me to a music store in Wayne, Michigan, where I took my first and only lessons.
Okay.
I'll bet a lot of people did that back then, but I took lessons for maybe a year and a half, I guess, once a week. And eventually I got bored with doing that, but knew enough to say I'll just go ahead and play. So,
Right.
And by the time I was, 11, I was playing with a drummer. And by the time I was 12 and 13, we were doing little parties and just me and a drummer, which was kind of fun. His name was Lanny Parker.
Lanny Parker.
And he was a good drummer. Yeah, but that's kind of where it started in terms of playing guitar. So yeah,
Okay. So you can trace the origins of boy band to you.
I suppose. Yeah.
So started out 11 years old with a
Yeah.
drummer playing gigs already.
Yeah. They actually paid us. We were doing a little what would be bar mitzvahs, but not bar mitzvahs. We had communion parties.
Okay.
And we did those, and little things we get invited to do, and they'd actually get paid. And I was thinking about that the other day. The funny thing is that Lanny and I went out and bought matching plaid shorts.
Nice.
No, it's maybe it's nice from this perspective, but I look back and I say, oh gosh, couldn't we have done better than
Right.
plaid shorts?
Well, I mean, to be in uniform, and
Yeah, we were.
that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So from there,
Yeah. Well, from there, by the time I was in high school, then I was getting in full-fledged band. Although I should say I actually had an interest in sports into the 9th grade.
right.
So I played some football and basketball in the 9th grade, but I got the band bug early on. And so by the time I was in 10th grade, there was no more sports involvement for me. And so, yeah, I guess my first band would have been a foursome that we called an Uneven Distribution was the name of the
Okay.
band. And the reason we called it that was because we had a keyboard player who was Diane Gall, and not Lanny. Was he the drummer in that? I guess I'm not really. No, Rick Eichert was that. And then we had Bobby Helwig and me. He played bass and I played guitar. Diane on organ and then drummer. So we got to play a lot of high school dances and summer things going on. I remember in particular because I was from downriver. We played the Waltz Fair, which was really a big deal for the
Okay.
town of Waltz. Everybody went because there was nowhere else to go.
Right.
Yeah. But we got to play that, and we got to play at different high schools for their dances and things like that. And that went on for most. I mean, I played constantly through then, but that went on through probably about into the 11th grade. And then I had a chance to join up with another band that was doing really well, but their bass player had gone into the Navy. At the time, they were called the Metrics, and they were really quite well known around there. They actually even played at the Sandbox. What was the name of the? Oh gosh, Grandy Ballroom.
Grandy Ballroom.
Grandy Ballroom. There it is. Yep, they had played at the Grandy Ballroom, and I got invited to be their bass player, which was interesting because I wasn't a bass player, but I learned in a hurry because I
Right.
wanted to be with them. And we ended up playing at Battle of the Bands in the State Fair. Again, still high schools and things
Wow.
like that we did. And yeah, we did that for a while. And then by the time you want me to keep going here?
Sure.
Okay. Got out of high school. And at that point, I was right on the cusp of the end of the Vietnam War, but they were still having the draft. And that concerned me. So that was one way to get out of going to Nam was to join. So I did. I joined the Air National Guard. So for the first year, which would have been my college year, I actually ended up going to Lackland Air Force Base in the Air National Guard and spent my time down there and then up at Selfridge. And then it was Weekend Warrior, as they called
Right.
it, after that, or 2 weeks during the year. And anyway, yeah, after I got out, then it's like, okay, what do I do now? Because I was playing my guitar, but
Right.
I wasn't playing anywhere professionally at all. And then I decided I wanted to go to college, and as I humorously say, I went to college for two reasons. One, I wasn't sure what I was going to do otherwise, so I went to Western, but I also went to find a wife, and I did.
Excellent. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Yeah, yeah, very quickly actually. We met on Halloween of '73, and by June of '74 we were married. So,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah.
So and then what were your? I was just curious as a young player. What were your influence? What was the type of things that you played?
Well, anybody in that era, of course, I think would probably agree. But the majors, of course, I of course loved the Beatles and all the British rock that was coming out. But also, I was really drawn to, because it kind of came a little bit after that, but the acoustic players, James Taylor, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I was trying to think of all of them that I really and John Hyatt was one of my favorites. That's later, obviously, but yeah, Rufus and his dad.
Wainwright.
Yeah, thank you. Loudon Wainwright.
Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed him among, again, many other acoustic players. So that it kind of drew me into it. Jim Croce,
Oh, love Croce.
things like that. And so yeah, that kind of parlayed into after we got married. It's like I still wanted to play, and I auditioned for a place out in Dearborn on Greenfield called the Ice House.
Okay.
I don't know if it's there anymore, but they hired me, and that I got started as a solo artist, and then soon after that, I got together with a guy that I was working with in a hospital. I was an orderly in at the time, and his name was Sandy Buchanan. He was a fabulous bassist. Played Paul McCartney's Hofner bass. He played it right-handed, but he was a terrific vocalist, and he and I had a long stretch together. We played all over southeastern Michigan and beyond.
No kidding.
Yeah, we did. Back in the days, the clubs that are now gone, but one of our favorites would have been Backseat Saloon up in Keego Harbor. We played at Captain Ahab's, which was in Wyandotte. That was a fabulous club. I have a funny story about that one, and my wife's probably expecting me to say that now. But I will. I'll say it now. So one night while we were playing, playing Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, and the crowd always dug that. I played a 12-string guild, and Sandy played, and we had terrific harmonies for that. And this is a long venue, so you had a back door and a front door. And while we were playing that song, we saw this light kind of bouncing up against the wall. And I thought, what is that? I saw this light bouncing, and then it got brighter and brighter and louder and louder. And next thing you know, here comes a motorcycle. And he rode it right through the bar.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, that was our fun at Captain Aham's. But we played there for a long time. We played Mr. Mike's in Westland. We played, it wasn't O'Malley's. It was a name close to that. That was at Wayne and Warren, some Irish name. Yeah, I played the Win Schuler chain in Rick's Cafe in Ann Arbor. We the first thing we actually did, which is interesting, is we played down in Monroe. I don't remember the name of it anymore, but our gig started at 2 a.m.
Oh my.
It was a pizza place.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was fun. We'd show up at 2 a.m, play till 4. We were playing for all the people that came out of the bars. They were
Right.
hungry, and it was just jammed, and it was a lot of fun down in Monroe. Yeah, a lot of things like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we are live in studio with Steve Pichan here on Acoustically Yours on www.crbradio.com. We're also live on Facebook, and our apologies, we'll try and catch you. Our big screen seems to be green. So we're unable to see the chat groups or anything on the big screen, but we're trying to follow as best we can. So right now we don't have anybody commenting, at least. But so just hang with us. We are not ignoring you. We thank you and we appreciate you tuning in. So big things. I saw just kind of doing some background research. So you have a large family.
We have 4 daughters and 3 grandsons. Yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic.
In fact, we just had everybody up north for a better part of a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often because we've got one daughter in Idaho and another in Chicago, and then 2 that are close by. But it's pretty rare to get everybody together. But we had a real nice time. We were in Sleeping Bear Dunes area.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, that's a lot. That's awesome. Yeah, my my little one went my little one.
Just recently, I think I read that.
Yep, she's she left Thursday.
Yeah. She went north
to go back to school in Northern Michigan to start 14th grade.
Okay.
So she's gonna be a sophomore here at NMU. So sporting the Wildcats attire. But a few months ago, I got a phone call from my other daughter, my oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? We're moving to the UP. So both of my girls are going to be up there.
Wow. You're going to be doing some traveling.
Yeah.
Gosh, up to Northern, that's probably 6 plus 6
7.
7 hours.
7-ish.
Yeah.
7-ish.
Drive.
So, Morgan's off the Marquette, and she's all settled in, or she's ready to start school tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, go Morgan. Let's have another good year. Samantha and Keegan and the grandbabies, Bo, Braden, and Riley, they are, Sam and the kids are going, they're all going up Labor Day weekend. Unfortunately, they can't get, they don't have occupancy on the house they purchased until closer to the end of September. So they're staying in I believe, an Airbnb that their friends own. Nice. So they caught a break there. So Sam and the kids are going to stay because the kids up there start school Tuesday after Labor Day.
So are you able to get up there often?
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
So that may be the planned Labor Day weekend. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
But maybe go up with the kids. But yeah, but Keegan, my son-in-law, he'll be going back and forth for a little while.
Okay.
To gradually move stuff up there, and he's got loose strings to tie up down here. And get everything situated for them to be permanent.
So what's she studying?
Upers. So Morgan is studying to be an athletic trainer or physical therapist.
Oh, nice.
So I like it. She can.
I've had a lot of physical therapy lately.
Say she can take care of her old man.
Yeah, that's right. That's what happens, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, they offered a 5-year master's program. So.
Oh, nice.
So she's taking advantage of that.
So I don't know much about your history here, but I'd be interested in hearing a little if I can. I didn't mean to interview you, but
oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
So I was a groupie for many years.
Yeah.
So these are actually the key components of Cave Radio. We are all actually grew up together. So the owner, Dan Mayer, the other big names associated with Cave Radio, Eric Shaltus, Brad Nestor, Billy Griffin. We all grew up together.
Okay.
So Dan started this company. So I would come and watch the shows.
So prior to your being in that
Yeah.
seat, it existed.
Yep,
then.
yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Just to see the fellas.
Okay.
And hang out and do whatever because they all live farther out. So it's like, well, I want to get everything here. Studio actually used to be in Redford at 5 and Beach.
Okay.
They downsized, and then when COVID hit, and we were fully remote for a while. And then in the last year to 2 years, Dan ran across the space and brought the cave back to the studio. So yeah, but Cave Radio itself, 13 years.
Really?
And going strong.
Wow. I'm late to the party here.
Yep, 13 years. So, but I just, I reached a point where I was like, well, what am I going to do a show on? I don't have anything to talk about. But myself, I had played, but I stopped like around the turn of the century.
Okay.
I'm married, family, did all that. And I didn't continue to really
Priorities.
play.
Yeah.
I also had a side karaoke gig that totally killed my brain too. So I did that, but during COVID, I picked up a guitar and started playing again. After some encouragement, posted a video up on social media, got a really good reaction, and just kept doing it.
Yeah, good.
So finally, then I started thinking about a show, and then we closed the Redford studio.
Okay.
And I didn't really have a place to do something like that.
Closed and moved to here, or both were running?
Well, we went remote for a while.
Gotcha.
Went totally remote for a while.
Yeah.
But then once Dan opened the studio here, and through all the folks that I've met through playing music, Doug Larson, Blues Dad.
Yep. Most everybody had been on here.
Andrew Rice.
Crossed paths.
Yeah. Jason.
Yep.
And Jason is actually kind of a funny story because we knew each other from Cave Radio. Well, as it turned out, coming full circle, he worked with my wife.
Oh.
So, but he had never put the two and two together. So one night we're talking, I think it was at the Big and Bigger show, 300th episode party. Hey, would you happen to know a Shannon Dietz? Or would you happen to be related? Well, I married her.
Apparently,
I turned her into a Dietz. What you talking about?
I made her a Dietz. She is Dietz by injection. So
that's funny.
So we kind of had a funny laugh there. So yeah, but just with all the great, and that's the cool, you meet these phenomenal talents. I mean, they're so talented, but they're even better people. And so I love when they come in studio.
Yeah.
Blues Dad lives like across the street.
Yeah, I know he's close by. Yeah, I
So-
know John. He's a good guy.
So he wanders in periodically.
Hi, John.
So if you're paying attention, John, I think he was playing way down somewhere today.
Oh, was he?
I think he was playing down toward the Ohio border today.
Okay.
But
He's quite the marketing guy. I will tell you.
very much
Yeah,
so.
he's really good.
Do you have his book?
I know about his book. Yeah, he and I actually had a conversation online about his book. But yeah, that's another topic. But yeah, again, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And, in fact, where did we play together? I think we did Moonwinks together, and we did the Apothecary up in Farmington.
Yep.
Was that where it was? I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Right.
But yeah, we've done at least one, if not two, together. So yeah.
And that's
I wrote a song for him, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
That's another thing that's really cool is how what a small world the local artist scene is here.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody from somebody, and
Right.
it was kind of cool. So one day I said, hey, maybe I do have something to say after meeting all these people.
Mm.
And I pitched it to Dan, and Dan liked it and said, yeah,
It's a great model.
when do you want to start?
Yeah, yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah,
And
I'm glad you're doing it.
well, like I say, one of those shows that we had, big and bigger. I mean, they'd bring in full bands.
Mhm.
We had a drum kit in the studio. It was much bigger studio space,
Mhm.
but when that show ran its course, after 300 and something episodes, years they did this show, and, but I felt like we kind of lost that local artist
Mhm.
thing coming into the cave, because we've had shows in here of every topic under the sun.
Yeah.
But I felt like this show could kind of fill that local music scene void,
Yeah.
albeit on a smaller scale, focusing
Yeah.
on the singer-songwriter format.
Yeah, I think it's great. I really do. You know Bill Arnold by chance?
I do.
Okay, so Bill and I play together on occasion. In fact, we got a few things coming up together. But I really like what he's doing with his Echoes Radio.
Yes, that is fantastic.
He's got a number of my tracks on, and a lot of other
Mhm.
regional people, and he's doing a great job, and he's doing a good service to for local musicians. And we were talking actually yesterday about the cost of going to see a show anymore, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just unbelievably high. You'll go if you want to go bad enough to the show, but it's really kind of fed into, I think, what cover bands are doing for one,
Right.
and it also, I think, feeds into what we're doing as acoustic artists too. It's in fact, if you take note, most acoustic artists, I'm sure that have been here, most, not all, are 50 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's mostly older guys too. Not a lot younger. There are some, and some of the youngers are really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back now.
But in terms of the majority, or I should say the mean age, I would say it's their plus.
Yeah, probably between Doug,
Yeah.
Johnny Shue.
Yeah. I'm not sure about you, John.
Doug, Johnny Shue.
A blues dad, in other words.
Blues dad. He's a retired teacher.
That's right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Robert Johnson we've had in.
Yeah. Did you have Billy Brandt yet?
No.
Oh, Billy's my friend.
Now Jason. Jason's a little younger. Last episode we were supposed to have Joe Jabber in studio.
Yeah.
But he's 40-ish.
Yeah.
So it is an older
it is,
genre.
Yeah, they're just hopefully that changes some, I think, and
Well, we're getting some. Actually, we had back-to-back episodes in our first year. We had Robert Johnson in, played some great blues stuff, and the next episode we had his son, Robert Johnson 2.0, because we don't like Junior. Robert, I'm not Junior. Don't call me Junior. So he was coined Robert Johnson 2.0.
Yeah.
But he was in a 14-year-old kid.
Okay.
And man, he could play.
He can play. Yeah. Nice.
At 14 years old. Wow. So we are live at www.crbradio.com with Steve Pichan. Eric's here. Hi, Eric.
Hey.
Eric's the man. Yeah. It doesn't happen without Eric. Right?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So we're glad you're tuned in. And right now we're with Steve and we're with Eric and we're having a blast here.
Well, I came ready to do some more music if you'd like.
Yeah. We can absolutely arrange that.
Okay.
We would like you to do that. So
I was just a part of a concert at Trinity House for Concert for Peace. And invited by Judy Wernette. I don't know if you know her or not, but she basically coordinated all of that. It was a packed house, which was nice. And there were 6 acts. It was the Caps, Rod and Annie, Mike Ward, Bobby Pennock, and I double up together a lot.
Nice.
He did his thing. I did mine. Dave and Christy and myself. I hope I didn't miss anybody there. I don't think I did. But anyway.
yeah, that's a fantastic place to play too.
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah. So anyway, I was invited to be a part of that and really thankful that they included me. And I decided when I had the invitation that I was going to go ahead and write songs of, because they're about peace. Sometimes you say peace, you think about in this day and age, or back in the 60s, you might be thinking more of an activist perspective.
Right.
And that wasn't mine. I really didn't want to go there. I really had more of a concept of camaraderie and peace among people that may otherwise disagree, et cetera, et cetera. So, and I, I'm among a lot of people, I'm sure, with different views of things these days, right? But I find when you get in the music world, uh, regardless of that, those things just kind of melt away. You
Right.
enjoy your music, and I really enjoy that. And so I wrote kind of in that theme. One I wrote was actually was about peaceful things in my life, and you guys can think about this yourselves. But I was walking through my house and looking around and wondering in our home what are the things that I observe that bring me comfort and peace. And so I wrote a song called "Here in Our House,"
Okay.
and it's kind of about that. It's like in these this day and time, sometimes it gets kind of I don't know, difficult, I suppose, so stressful for some, but where do you find your greatest peace? And typically it's at home. So, yeah, so that's what I wrote, "Here in Our House." So I'll let the song speak for itself. How about that?
Sounds great. We got Steve Pichan here live on Acoustically Yours on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com.
Here in our house, with paintings on the walls, a memory of someone who's now long gone. Brown chair in the corner with a view of the pines. Here in our house is peace of mind. Here in our house, and through the window I hear birds sing, where flowers hang on a rail, a beautiful thing. In the cupboard, my coffee cup, it waits to be warmed. Here in our house is peace of mind. Oh, here in our house, pictures on tables of those that we love for all time. All of them treasures from the one from above, creator of life. Our table for guests, we break bread and toast with our wine. Oh, here in our house is peace of mind. And here in our house is the love of my life. And here in our house, a good book resides. with words full of wisdom in each written line. Sits high on a shelf with dust, beckons my time. Here in our house is peace of mind. Here in our house is the love of my life. Oh, here in our house we close the door on the world. Here in our house, just me and my girl.
All right. How about that? Steve Pichan here at www.crbradio.com. On Acoustically Yours here on Cave Radio.
That love of my life, by the way, is my wife. So you figured that.
I didn't
She's
want to
still
say
my
for
girl.
sure, but
She's still my girl. Yeah.
I was 94%. I was 94% on board with that.
I dedicate that to her.
So that is awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of dedications, so tomorrow would have been my mother's 80th birthday.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we lost her 8 years ago.
Hmm.
But
That's tough.
But she, I think everybody says, about their mom. She's the best mom ever.
Right.
And she's the only one I ever had. So but she was just, to me, the things that she went through, and my dad too, but the things she went to, and my dad had what was that, back in 95. My dad had a massive heart attack. He was very sick for a long time until he passed away in 2001. But just the way my mother carried herself through it all.
Yeah.
All the things.
How old was she when she passed?
71.
Okay. Well,
But all the things she did,
yeah.
Raising me,
Yeah.
and that's just something that still amazes me. I always thought she should qualify for sainthood.
Yeah.
The way she held it, one in particular, 95 was a rough year.
Mhm.
So 95, from like 95 through 98, those were such tough years for my mother.
Yeah.
I had left town in 93 and moved back home in 95. And with my mother, nobody ever left before. Her entire family, everybody
was
stayed.
close by, yeah.
Everybody stayed. Everybody was always close. And now here, I'm the youngest of 7, but I'm my mother's only child. So I broke her heart in 1993 by moving to Las Vegas. And she handled that. And when I moved back, my grandmother, my mother's mother, had a stroke, I think like 2 months after I got back. She recovered, but then, so that was like October 94. Now we get into 95. My dad had his heart attack in June, quadruple bypass, the whole 9 yards. He was already diabetic. So lots of issues there. My grandfather, my mother's father, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He died in September of 95. And just the way she carried herself through all of it. And then when my grandmother died in 98, my aunt, my mother's sister, was diagnosed with lung cancer. And just how she went.
Yeah, that's a lot close together.
And carried herself through all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I always thought my mother should be a saint. And the way we started out wasn't as a typical family. My dad actually adopted me after he married my mother.
Oh.
My donor died when I was like 10. He was, but he was never involved in my life at all. But anyway, so this little dedication for my mother's 80th birthday is a song I wrote called "The Things That Mama Did."
I like the title.
She was just a little girl. She knew what she wanted to be. Little house and a picket fence, raising a family. She got more than she bargained for when I finally came to be. Discovered the life she dreamed of wouldn't come so easily. Too many years, Mama worked her fingers to the bone, only to find the work wasn't done when she finally made it home. In her homework, more of her homework, making sure I went to bed clean, only to wake in the middle of the night and have a bad dream. She always knew just what to do, all the right things to say, to get me through most anything that I'd understand someday. She gave me life, she gave me breath, gave till she had nothing left. The loving that she showed, the struggles that she hid, all the things that Mama did. I knew she'd want to shake me, and I'd get in my own way. I gotta turn page here. Sometimes too new to let me learn from my mistakes. Catch me when I'd fall, making sure that was okay. A gentle hand or a kick in the pants is what I need to set me straight. She always knew just what to do, all the right things to say, to get me through most anything, and knew I'd understand someday. Then she gave me breath, she gave till she had nothing left. The loving that she showed, the struggles that she hid, all the things that Mama did. If you're lucky enough your Mama's still here, go see her, pick up the phone. Let her share her story, wisdom she and she alone can share with you, that no one can because you are her own. She always knew just what to do, all the right things to say, to get me through most anything I'd understand someday. She gave me life, she gave me breath, gave till she had nothing left. The loving that she showed, the struggles that she hid, all the things that Mama did. All the things that Mama did. Happy birthday, Mama.
Beautiful, Skip. It's a very nice tune. Touching lyrics, for sure.
So that's my song for my mama.
Yeah, very nice.
So if you ever need like a funeral album,
Oh,
I'm your
you're the
guy.
You're the
I
guy.
am the guy.
Okay.
I
I hope
found
there's no need for that anytime soon.
I have found that I write sad stuff.
Yeah, I can do a fair amount of that.
Skip, if by some weird coincidence it happens to be me,
Yeah.
I want you to show up unannounced. Give me Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads if you can.
Okay.
It'll be a tough arrangement like
Wow.
acoustic,
Okay.
but that's the request. So
Once in a lifetime Talking Heads.
yeah.
All right. So thank you for letting me indulge in that dedication.
Absolutely.
But
Glad
we
you
are
did.
here with Steve. So we We do have a couple of tracks that we're going to play in a little bit that Steve has done with a full band, so
Yeah.
kind of sounds a little better that way than trying to roll through those particular numbers solo, I assume.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna do one that you're gonna play as well, just for kicks. So it'd be kind of fun to do the acoustic unplugged, and then listen to the production. So, yeah.
Oh my.
So you want to do that?
Sure.
I don't want to rush you.
Why don't we go ahead and because we wanted to talk about these songs because there's some other artists and friends involved in the production of the songs. So take her away.
Okay. Well, and this particular song was also written. It was actually the first song that I wrote for the Concert for Peace at Trinity, and no, it was the second one. I take that back. And anyway, song's called Harmony, and the overall theme of harmony, as I announced it at the show we did, was about harmonious. So, wanting to live, especially now and all the things we've gone through in the last 4 or 5 years, to live in a harmonious culture where, people can hold different thoughts or views, but still get along, and again, I find that to be true in music. Music kind of breaks through that barrier for me. I'm thankful for that. But anyway, this song is about that, and I had a lot of help from not so much in terms of writing the song, but arranging the song and adding music with me. That was Mark McGee, and that's of Love Planet. If you don't know them, by all means, look them up.
They were here in April with us.
Yeah, fantastic. A husband and wife
Mark and
team.
Nicole,
yeah, Nicole Sutton.
Their pics were on the table.
Oh, their pictures. That's the thing. I got 6 of those pics at home. Every time he comes, he tries. So I know how many times he's been there. But anyway.
Yeah, they're great. They come bearing gifts too.
Yeah, but it was an interesting project to go through because Mark is, his backgrounds. Well,
right.
We'll just talk about what he did with me. But
what he did with you.
He has a very impressive background. Let's put it that way. But anyway, I showed him the song that I was working on, and he came over. And I do have my own studio, but then I ship it off for mastering. I do my own mixing, but send it off for mastering, etc. But Mark came in, and he really liked this song, and he said, "Gee, I'd like to work with you on that." So I never realized how meticulous of a person I was working with, because he is a nitpicker, to say the least, in a good way, in a very good way. But we started working on the tune. I had laid down the acoustic track, and I laid down the bass, so we had a foundation. But when he came in, he says, "Do you mind if I redo that bass?" So sure, you go right ahead, Mark. You do what you got to do. And so he laid down the bass first, and then he started laying down some guitar tracks. And next thing you know, he's laying down tambourine, and then some vocals. Sorry, Mark, if I miss anything here, but and then he and Nicole got involved in the harmonies, did a terrific job. So you'll hear that under production. Well, I thought it'd be kind of fun. Like, okay, here's where it started, right? This is what I'm going to do is where it started, and what they did is interesting. So Mark would call me after listening to a mix session. He'd call me and Steve, I want you to slice it at 2.02.72, and I want you to slice it at 2.10.43, and I want you to just slide it all over. I'm like, you what? You really, is that going to work? I mean, I've done things like this, but it was so like this was getting so produced,
so exact,
and so produced. And so I did it because I can run the DAW with no problem, and I did. It's like it worked, and he probably had 3 or 4 occasions of doing, maybe more, of that specifically. And he just stuck with me, and he'd come back and he'd say, there's something going on at this point, and we need to fix that. I don't like the way, he didn't like my perspective on the lyrics. He turned them in a way, I had some things on there that kind of reflected on the differences of people and then bringing in harmony among people. But he had the perspective of like, no, I want to minimize the differences, and he did. He took quite a number of phrases and kind of flipped them on their head with just a word or two. It was really, really good. So my compliments to Love Planet, Mark and Nicole. But anyway, I got to tune up a bit. So if you give me a second.
You got a great song here, but there's the music and
And the words.
there's the lyrics.
yeah. Other than that,
Great song. It's a great song. No, I've done my time. I call it song doctoring. It's I mean being the ideas guy is a whole different thing, but also being able to take 3 or 5 or 8 or 10 or 20 ideas and get the scissors and the tape and no. But what if we put that part before this and but you got to change that. Yeah, we'll change that and then put that there and try it. And
right.
I love it. That's my favorite part.
Well, I hope that we get together and do it again. But I hope I learned something so that next time I show them something, they say, "Yeah, that works."
Yeah, right. You always do hope that you can just drop it in, right?
What do you need me for?
Right. Right.
You always want the doctor to say, "There's nothing to doctor here."
Anyway, it's called Harmony, and yeah, Harmony. It'll speak for itself, I suppose. You got to tune a little bit. Never play when it's out of tune. I'm sorry, but I'm not happy with that, and I'm glad that we have such a relaxed atmosphere that I can make sure my guitar's in tune. Can I do that?
Because we don't want to hear from Mark.
That's right. Yeah, you might say, "Why didn't you tune that guitar?" But I'm trying. I don't know why. Is it the room?
You get halfway through the song, decide to play a different song.
That's true. Close. All good people, neighbor, friends, even you, my enemy. This world needs a dose of higher love and a lot more harmony. So few things set us apart, I can see it with my own eyes. When we're passing on the street, just smile and say hi. We need harmony, harmony like voices in a choir. Melodies oh so sweet when harmony inspires, oh inspires. We can achieve peace today, no Hatfields and McCoys. Consider eyes who watch our ways, such little girls and little boys. And what will be our legacy and our final song? A tune of war or great unrest, hope forevermore. We need harmony, harmony like voices in a choir. Melody oh so sweet when harmonies inspire, oh inspire. Sing with me a melody and add your harmony. Angelic voices raise them high together. Believe. Well, I got a friend, don't think like me. We've got different worldly views that won't define who we are. A friendship we can't lose. We live in harmony, harmony. Two voices in a choir sing melodies, oh so sweet when harmonies inspire. Harmony, harmony, like voices in a choir sing melodies, oh so sweet when harmonies inspire. Oh, inspire. Harmony.
All right. So that is Steve Pichan with Harmony here on K Radio, www.crbradio.com on Acoustically Yours. So you have another song that we wanted to talk about. That song was the Country Club Troubadours.
Yeah, yeah. Which is one I wasn't actually going to play. That was one that you
Right.
But yeah, the song itself, Country Club Troubadours. That's an interesting look back on that, because you ever have a title in your head and there's nothing else there, just a title.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah. Eric as well. Okay.
I could actually count them right now.
Well, I had this song, or I'm sorry, this title in mind, and for whatever reason, I don't know, it just came to me. I didn't even know what to do with it, because it seems like you could take it in so many different directions. And initially, what I did with that particular song was I actually wrote the song 3 different times and settled on the last one. But the original take was like looking around me and seeing some of the really expert players in my field, right? In the people I cross paths with, and falling into that temptation of looking out at others and comparing yourself, and it's a total waste of time, right? Um, you've got whatever talent you have and go out there and enjoy it, and don't worry about the others. But initially, as I was looking out on that, I guess I admit to having a little bit of jealousy. I saw some players that were just really, really terrific. And so I kind of labeled them that way. They were country
Right.
club troubadours.
Okay.
Right? They were like country. They were the upper crust, and maybe my lyrics got a little snarky. I don't know about that, you know. And as I wrote them and played, I thought, I don't even like the feel of this at all, because I don't really want to come across that way at all.
I don't remember being this mad.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Right.
Thanks, Eric. So anyway, on the second one, it was still kind of had that flavor about it, and then the final one, I thought, this is actually a good opportunity to look at a time when I played a long time professionally. And there were many times where I felt like we were like country club troubadours. Right? We had hit that high bar, right? We had been playing some really cool places, and so I basically turned the song into a history of my early professional music, and talked about what it felt like to be like, like we're country club troubadours. But I throw in a line that says, we were country club troubadours, but did we deceive ourselves? In other words, was it all in our heads, or
Right.
we haven't really reached that tier? So that's kind of the essence of the song. But I include a lot of regional references in that song about places that I've played.
Right.
I mention various popular artists, including Crosby, Stills, and Nash is in there, mentioned in Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. John Denver, I mention him in the song. I talk about 5 different artists that I played. I think it's 5. I'll go through them. Actually, the first one I mentioned was Jace Allen, and Jace Allen and I were in a band called the Scoot Band. And this is kind of in my late 20s, great band. We played around a number of places, but I mentioned him. Jane Carter, I mentioned her. She and I were a duo. I mentioned Billy Brandt and Bobby Pennock, so they're in my song. And I always enjoy when they happen to be in the audience, and I'm able to. In fact, that's what happened in Northville. Both Bobby and Billy were there, and I'm talking about Bobby
Right.
and Billy right in the
Right.
song. So that was fun. I bet I'll miss somebody here. But in any case, yeah, it's kind of like looking at that, how much I loved it, enjoyed it, but still trying to humble myself over that experience too, and saying, were you as good as you thought you were?
Right. Right.
Asking me, not asking
Right.
them,
Yep,
asking
yep.
me, So yeah, I don't know, spin that.
Yeah, I'm at the I'm at the point right now. I'm at currently 15 song titles waiting for inspiration.
Wow.
Currently.
Wow. Oh, that would keep me awake at night.
So, just
Yeah.
that every so often, I had a song that I wrote. It was really the first original song
Yeah.
that I had put out to social media and so on and so
Okay.
forth. Took me 8 years to write that song.
Wow. Wow. Well, I thought a year was a long time.
Took me 8 years to finish
Yeah.
that song.
By the way, on this particular Country Club Troubadours, Aaron Markovitz provided mandolin.
Excellent.
Terrific. Oh, the guy's so good. Well, you saw him at our
Yep,
show.
I did.
And then
Aaron
Dave
and
Roof,
Ashley. Yeah.
Dave Roof is on. I apologize, Dave, if you happen to be picking up on this, but I forgot. I believe you played the Whirly, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll know when I listen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dave, if you actually happen to be listening, you're literally the most popular person
On this show.
So
You are.
you should just show up sometime. It would
Absolutely.
it would
Yeah.
absolutely blow everybody away.
Yeah, we talked a lot about
I'll call him. I'm just gonna call him.
Call
I'm
him.
just gonna call Dave Roof and have him come in. I can make that happen.
Say we talk to you. We talk about you like every other show.
Yeah.
It's true.
By the way, Dave, would you please answer that last text?
There's an email. There's an email, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send all my guests after you.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna take a quick break here on Cave Radio on Acoustically Yours, www.crbradio.com. We're gonna listen to Country Club Troubadours by Steve Pichan, as well as the full production of Harmony. So listen to those, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
There was Sandy, oh, he disappeared. John, Jason, Jane in my rearview mirror. We shared songs from decades ago in smoky rooms with patrons I didn't know. I didn't know. Martins and Gills and a bass were our tools. From Wyandotte to Westland we played to the full. And I couldn't rid myself of the cigarette smell. Oh, sometimes it was heaven, sometimes it felt like hell. We were country club troubadours, at least that's what we believe. Songwriting stars, playing in bars, was it ourselves we deceived? Some cheered the songs, others moved along as though they hadn't seen. Country club troubadours living in a dream. By 2 a.m. it was closing time. Packed up our guitars, headed home. Heard John Denver's country roads, listened to Artie and Paul. There's no so right on those starry nights. For sweet Judy blue eyes they cheered. We reveled in it all and hope for fame, saluted ourselves with a beer. Those troubadours had no fear. We were country club troubadours, at least that's what we believed. Songwriting stars, playing in bars, was it ourselves we deceived? Some cheered the songs, others moved along as though they hadn't seen. Country club troubadours living in a dream. They were living in a dream. Dream living. Now the others are gone. Still sing my songs with Billy, Bobby, and friends. Like kids, we hold on to the dreams of the time. I suppose that ship has sailed. Suppose that ship done sailed. There's one thing I've learned over the years: the journey's what matters to me. Whether you like this song, I really don't care. I write them, rewrite them for me. I write them in my sleep. I write them all in my sleep. Sleep. I write them while I sleep. We were country club troubadours, at least that's what we believe. Songwriting stars, playing in bars, was it ourselves we deceived? Or troubadour with a dream? With a dream. All good people, neighbor, friends, even you, my enemy. This world needs a dose of higher love and a lot more harmony. So few things set us apart. I've seen it with my own eyes. When we're passing on the street, just smile, say hi. We need harmony, harmony, like voices in the choir. Melodies, oh so sweet, when harmony inspires. We can achieve peace today. No Hatfields and McCoys. Consider eyes who watch our way. Such little girls and little boys. And what will be our legacy and our final song? Tune of war and great unrest, or hope forevermore. We need harmony, harmony, like voices in a choir. And melodies, oh so different worldly views. It won't define who we are. A friendship we can't lose. We live in harmony. Two voices in a choir sing melodies. Oh, so sweet when harmony inspires. Harmony, harmony, like voices in the choir. Melodies sound so sweet when harmony inspires. Oh, inspires.
We are back live on Acoustically Yours, high atop the O'Malley Supper Spirits and Song in the Cave Radio Penthouse Studios.
And it's across the street from Bates Burgers.
It is across
Just thought
the
I'd
street
tell
from
you
Bates.
that.
You can only tell when we're downwind.
Oh gosh, I catch it on the way
It's
every
true.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time.
Yeah,
I
I
was
grabbed one
thinking
of
about that
grabbed one
today.
of those on the way home. My wife says you've been to Bates, or you can smell the
Yep.
onions.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they're so good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yes, we are here. Steve Pichan is here with us. Eric Pelto's here with us. We're having a blast of a time. Just reminders again, Scrambling for Autism coming up on September 19th. Also Raven the Cave coming up in November. So get on the socials and check those out. Great events for great causes. And we're going with the Rave in the Cave to welcome Cave Radio to puberty. So as we celebrate our 13th year on air. So very, very cool stuff. Steve Pichan is here with us. So we last left off as you were younger, influenced by the 70s
Yep.
acoustic singer-songwriters. So you played solo acts, you played bands.
Yep.
You've released quite a bit of material, and you can find all of Steve's stuff on all the streaming platforms. So Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. Do you use the Bandcamp?
No, I don't. You know, and I should. I've been told that not to use Spotify, and everybody wants you to get on the band. I haven't, and I should, but I generally release through Lander. I don't know if you know Lander.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lander's great. I love it. They've got a great mastering suite, and I generally do my final mixes and fine tuning with Studio 222, which is Brandon McLeod.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the show, and he captured all of that. I don't know if you
Excellent.
saw him standing in the back, but he had the headset on.
I did. I
And
did
he was
see that.
dancing around. Yeah, he's a great young guy. He went to both Schoolcraft and U of M.
Okay.
And he's really good with his art. Yeah, real good. So great to work with. In Livonia, somebody's looking for a studio guy. And then there's Dave Roof too. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Dave Roop, you know, I'm glad we don't have to pay him every time his name's mentioned.
yeah.
I'd be so broke. So, yeah, you can find all of Steve's now. How many? I saw quite a few in there.
Quite a few
songs that you've released.
Oh my goodness. I honestly don't know. There's got to be more than 100.
Wow.
I would think. I mean, it's a lot. I've been releasing it since. Well, let me step back a little bit. So some of the releases started when I was working with Keith Famey. Do you know who Keith Famey is? Keith Famey is a film producer. He was also on Survivor, I think was the show. But he's a Detroiter. He owned a restaurant in Royal Oak for a long time, and then he got into filmmaking, and he had a number of military things that he did. And what was really cool is I was listening to a program where he was interviewed, and he was doing the Vietnam era, and it was opening at the Fox, which was really cool. And I sent him or I asked him if he was looking for any writers, music writers for him, and he said, "Yeah, shoot me something." So I did. I didn't expect much, to be perfectly honest with you, but he took it and ended up it- probably 5 or 6 tunes he used in his films.
No
Not just Vietnam generation, but One Soldier's Story. It was about a soldier who was killed in Afghanistan. Was from Monroe. Um, so yeah, so we had that, and he actually had us travel when they were putting on the film itself, the documentary, in all the Amex theaters, I think.
Uh-huh.
And
Amex.
I got to go, and we set up equipment, and at the end, we played a song that was
Oh, no kidding.
specific to it. So we played for the audience, and we did that a good number of times. But the ultimate thrill, honestly, was to be sitting in the Fox that was sold out
Right.
and to hear some of my music.
That's
It
awesome.
was so cool. It was so cool. Never repeated that, but I don't know how I got off on that track, but it came to my mind.
You started a long time ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I did, and but I've been writing ever since I was a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
the first song I wrote a song called Sunday Morning, and I wrote it when I was, um, I probably wrote it when my mom and dad went to church, and I was staying home. So, just kidding. So anyway, I wrote a song called Sunday Morning, and my mom came in, and this is really kind of my very early. And when I say early, I'm talking I was 12,
Yeah.
maybe 13. And she came in, she's like, "Did you write that?" I said, "Yeah." And she was like really enamored with the song. And so she always wanted to hear. But that was really one of my early motivations, was to hear particularly your own
Right.
mom
Yep.
encourage you that way.
Yeah, my first one I was 13.
Yeah. It starts
And-
when the bug gets you, right?
And my parents were encouraging too.
Yeah.
They actually signed me up for this group guitar lesson. The only reason I learned how to play guitar was because a piano wouldn't fit in the house. My mother wanted me to play piano, but we couldn't fit a piano in the house. So guitar was the next option.
Yeah.
And we did these group lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 10 of us with this instructor. I'm 8 or 9 at this point. So to start the class, my parents didn't want to make the investment if I'm not going to take to it. So this guy rented guitars for his course.
Oh.
So you pay X dollars. It was like $20 or $30 or something like that for like a 10-week class. And then it was an extra $20 to rent the guitar. And this guitar, it's a wonder I kept playing, actually, because it was this big, it was one of the jumbo 6-string guilds.
Oh.
That I'm like
the 5. Yeah, well, I had
trying
the
to play.
5. I had the 512 guild.
Yeah.
The 12 string, and that was the jumbo. And I played that thing professionally for the long. I can't play that as much, not nearly like I had before in terms of my
Right.
My hand is strong.
Yeah.
But there's something about playing that wide neck 12 string.
Yeah, wide neck. Yeah.
And besides, the darn thing, it caused me ultimately to have surgery. I was leaning on my hip for so long.
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a wonderful sounding guitar, but my gosh, that weighs so much more than guitars nowadays. So much more.
But I just had this little, these little arms.
Yeah, right.
Reach over
Reaching
this
over,
thing.
right? Yeah.
And
And that's a big reach. That's kind of like up
yeah,
here,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, I was like,
Right.
playing on my neck. This is violin or what? But yeah, so that was the first guitar I had played. And then for the second course, I think I did 2 courses with this guy.
Yeah.
By the second course, I had my own. It was much more comfortable for me to play. But so yeah, it reminded me of that jumbo huge guild. But yeah, I think I wrote my song about 13. And then I remember another time, it was about 17, 18. We were out in Arizona for my sister's wedding. And my dad comes up to me one day, just out of the blue. My dad was a man of few words, and what few words he spoke were very loud. Okay, Dad was a yeller. So he says, "I want you to write a song." Okay. We may not have a cure for disease, okay, and that's it. To write a song with that line in it.
Wow.
I did.
Wow. Wow.
It went a little something like, we may not have a cure for disease. We may not have an end to war. We may not have worldwide peace. But, well, we've got means so much more. And he was floored when I
That's
actually
good.
did it.
That's good. Yeah, I like it.
There was a song called We've Got Us.
Yeah.
It says, I've got you and you've got me. So
Yeah, that's great. It's kind of where my head went is with Here in Our House was like,
yeah.
that's where you find your stability. Hope if you don't find it
Right,
there,
right,
where are you going to find
right.
it? Right?
So it's just like, he gives me like 4 words.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Make a song. Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
So
Well, those are great lyrics.
So yes, I like to say I have a BS and BS. The gift of gab and written. I can sing and I can talk and I can write.
Yeah.
So you did bring a couple more songs for us.
I did.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got here?
Well, I told you we just got back from up north, and
Right.
behind us, where we have a place, is Empire Bluff, and Empire Bluff is basically in Empire, and it's a wonderful trail. It's about 3/4 of a mile from the parking lot to where you get 2 beautiful views overlooking Manitou Islands and Pierce Stocking Drive, where you see that iconic sand dune. When you see pictures of Sleeping Bear Dunes, you can see that from there. It's just a gorgeous place. So anyway, I wrote a song called Meet Me There. It's like, for me, it's kind of, there's a little bit of sanctuary feel about that. It's peaceful and it's just a wonderful place. Really think about things and take it all in, be thankful and grateful for the things you have, etc. It's
right.
I so enjoy it. So I wrote a song about it, and ironically, Billy was up in the area, Billy Brandt, and he came up to visit us. He was down in Pentwater, and we were about an hour and a half away. He came up, and he wanted to know what I was working on, so I played that for him, and the two of us put a video out of us playing it up north, playing this particular song. So I just wrote it last week. But anyway, it's called Meet Me There, and it's all about, I can put your head and your imagination there. It's all about walking this trail and what's there. Yeah. There we go. Can you bring back a little more? Along a wooded, rugged trail, high up on a hill, sand above us, sea so calm waits for me. And I walk the road to look for you. Will you come around? I show up with a heavy load, meet me there. Meet me there in the silence of the morning. In the air, take my burden away and call me to peace high above, where I find love on Empire Bluff. Clouds within a sky of blue, and the waves so softly roll, slowly reach the sand and shore, touch my soul. This is where the spirit moves, this is like your throne.
For now it brings me peace on earth here below. Meet me there in the silence of the morning. In the air, take my burden away. Call me to peace high above, where I find love. You are my rock in shifting sand when trials come my way. I make a journey up the hill, a restful place. Meet me there, the silence of the morning. In the air, take my burden away and call me to peace high above. Meet me there, sometimes without warning. In the air, take my burden away and call me to peace high above, where I find love, our empire love.
Steve Pichan live with us here on Acoustically Yours, www.crbradio.com, here at the Cave Live and in action. So yeah, we've had a couple of sad losses in the past week. Hayden Panettiere
Yep.
from Heroes and the Nashville television series, which is actually the first time I saw her, knowing who she was.
Yeah.
I think she was in a movie a while back, but I was like, wow, that was her. But yes, she passed away sadly, 36.
Yeah.
Her life was just getting started.
Yeah. Very sad.
Very, very sad. And I just read, like literally just now, checking my notifications, that Shelley Fabares died yesterday.
Really?
Yes.
How old was she?
90.
She's going to be way up. Does anybody know Shelley Fabares? Who even knows of her anymore? What songs did she do? I that was more in my eldest sister's
Johnny
era.
Angel.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Angel.
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
So
Well,
she
great
was
song.
she was also the leading lady in 3 Elvis Presley movies.
Really?
She was the leading lady in Girl Happy, Spin Out, and Clam Bake.
Okay.
So she
Where the Boys Are. Who that was?
that was Connie Francis.
That's Connie Francis. Right?
All right, but what's the one I'm thinking of? The one about Soldier Boy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think is
Yep.
the name. Is that her?
Oh, is that her?
I think so.
We'll
I don't
look
know.
that one up.
I gotta look that up now.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
No. Who is Soldier Boy?
That's the one. Now, in my imagination, it's not the same artist, obviously, but Soldier Boy is the same character as My Boyfriend's Back, and You're
Oh,
Gonna Be in Trouble.
yeah.
The reason You're Gonna Be in Trouble is because
He's
he's
back.
been in the Army for 4
Yeah.
years.
And he's built.
He's not going to beat you up. He's going to break your arms.
Oh no, that was Motown.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm trying to.
Yeah, that was the Shirelles.
Okay, there it is.
But
There
yeah,
you go.
she recorded Johnny Angel in 1962. Did 3 Elvis movies in the 60s. She was on One Day at a Time,
Okay.
the television show with Bonnie Franklin and Mackenzie Phillips and my dream girl, Valerie Bertinelli. Big, huge crush. And I loved her on Coach
Yeah.
as Craig T. Nelson's love interest turned wife.
Okay.
But so certainly thoughts go out to those families.
You know, there's another local. You'll have to excuse me. We could look it up, but there was another within our music community here regionally. You know who Jill Jack is?
Yeah.
Her keyboardist just passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't. Right now I can't think of his name. I wish I could, but they were actually going on for a gig that evening when he passed.
Oh, jeez.
So it was very sad, and I felt bad for Jill. I met Jill actually, and we combined on a show at Elaine's joint there.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah. So anyway, sadly though, he just passed away, and Jill was so broken, and
Yeah.
I can imagine he's been the keyboardist for her for a long time.
Right.
So I wish I could recall his name, but I don't.
Well, shoot, since we're doing it, the reason I missed the last show was my
Yes.
89-year-old grandma passed, and it was, I mean, I don't know. It's sad the way it is when you lose the matriarch of a family, but
Oh, yeah.
she was 89 years old. She was drinking margaritas in the park with her brother a month ago, and
Wow.
when they unplugged the machines, she went out as peacefully as they go. And it was kind of best case scenario across the board.
Yeah, but you're never ready for it.
No, no, you're not.
You're not. You could convince yourself that you're ready.
Right.
You can convince yourself that it's the best case scenario, but you're still not ready.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
preparation for that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's natural. You love life, and you want to get the most out of it that you can. And sure.
And very sadly, as we've turned the show,
Yeah.
but very sadly, I attended the funeral yesterday of a 19-year-old young lady. Used to play with my Morgan, my youngest, when they were little, lived down the street. And I grew up just kind of small world stuff. Things that only happen in Redford. But I had actually grown up with the young girl's mother and aunt and uncle. Actually, the young lady's uncle was my first kindergarten friend.
Oh.
So, but it was very tragic, and
Sad.
and our thoughts certainly go out to the Politi family.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
For their loss, because that's, I don't know. My grandmother, my paternal grandmother, my dad's mom, she buried 2 husbands and 2 sons. And I couldn't imagine doing that to your own children. I mean,
Oh, my goodness,
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. That would be very difficult, to say the least.
I mean, if I had to bury one of my girls,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would just,
Feel like that would
I would
kill
just
you.
totally check out.
Yeah. Yeah.
With no holding back. But anyway, back to happy stuff. I just want to pass that. Yeah, I was just checking messages to see if I was still coming home to a dog.
Oh,
And I saw that flash that Shelley Fabre
yeah.
passed away. Now, her husband was Mike Farrell,
Okay.
who played B.J. Honeycutt on MASH.
Right. It's a MASH guy. Yeah.
Yep.
I do have one from the chat. Jim Sampson is glad to hear the last one.
Excellent. Oh, there he is.
Found one.
There he is. We got Jim. We get Jim in here quite a bit.
Oh,
true.
Now we have to really get Jim in here. So
yeah.
Jim, if you're listening, reach out. We want to get you in here too. Because I've heard wonderful things
Yeah.
about Jim and his abilities and talents.
Well, what's his last name?
So
Samson.
Samson.
Jim's. Oh, Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
He's my buddy.
That Jim.
Your buddy Jim.
Yeah, he was at the Northville show, and he's been out to other things. And his wife Mary. Oh,
Yeah.
she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, we're
Hi,
talking.
Mary.
Yeah, we're talking about Jim Sampson, not that
Yeah.
other Jim
No,
Sampson.
no, no. I'm saying Jim. Oh, of course, Jim Sampson. Yeah.
Sampson. There's a P in the middle.
He's got really one song I caught. I recorded video for him at 20 Front Street, and I don't remember the name of the song. Jim, maybe you can chime in here. But I love the song, and yeah, you want him to come in and play that thing. It was so good, such a good song.
But yeah,
He'll
Jim,
know which one I mean.
yeah, Jim. I think Jim tunes in pretty much every episode.
Yeah,
it
he's a
is
great
so
guy.
awesome.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Mary.
He's like #1 fan.
Yeah, it's a great guy.
So, we got harmonica out.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
I love this. So cool story. Because I assume you're going to play something
I
coming
am
up
gonna
that
play-
involves
yeah.
a harmonica.
yes, I am. Yeah,
So my daughter's never touched one before. So we had
I saw that.
brought her over for dinner.
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the finished product.
Yeah.
But she's never seen one before, and she comes up and she says, "Dad, you know what I'm gonna do for you? I've got a mission. I'm gonna learn the harmonica part on Billy Joel's Piano Man."
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I might have, because I inherited several of my grandfather's harmonicas.
Yeah.
So let me see if I have one. So here I go upstairs. I'm looking around. I said, okay, do I have one? Oh, look, can you see? Perfect.
Yep.
So brought it down for her, and she pops in this YouTube video, and she starts playing it,
Yeah.
and she starts learning it. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah. Isolating notes. She was
Yep.
able to carry them on. That's great.
Yeah, she was.
Because usually you get too much mouth going on. But yeah, if she just started learning, she senses that. That's great.
Yeah, and when she does it really slow, she's she's got it. Now when she speeds it up to tempo, then it gets, a little sloppy. But you know what the cool thing is? I learned it too. We learned it together.
That's great. That's great.
So she'd go through, she'd play it. I'd go through, I'd try and play it, and she'd try and play it. And
I have a C with me, but I don't let other people play my harmonicas. Sorry.
oh, no worries, no worries. I don't plan it. We don't want to hear my finished product.
No, it's not that. I'd love to hear it. Did you bring one?
No.
Oh, too bad.
No, I sent her back to school with my KC
Yeah.
harmonica. I don't have one anymore.
I got a story. Since we're talking, I got this thing here. I bought it, and as you can see by the size and the style of this thing, it's like it's like a horse's bit, right?
Right.
But anyway, I got this so long ago that I guess people were much smaller back then. So one night I was playing out at some place where the guy came up and. Maybe he was even hosting, I don't remember, but he wanted to play harmonica really bad. And he says, do you mind if I use your harmonica? It's like, really? And I said, I yielded. So I was saved by the bell. He tried to put this on. His head was too big. He couldn't get it on. So I thought, and you notice the ones that they have now are really wide. And it's like, they're really awkward.
They're like go on your shoulder.
Right. So I'm so glad that I still have this because it's manageable for me, but the others are just too bulky.
Yeah, I want to get one for a kazoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play,
I'm gonna put this
I
on.
I want to learn to play the
I'm
kazoo.
listening.
So
I'm gonna have to put this on. So you talk away for a minute. No.
So she played that, and that was kind of our touching moment together before she went back to school the next morning, and she's working on it. But she has my KC harmonica, so I got to find another one. So
Have you tried playing guitar with it?
I've not.
Well, honestly, I don't find it that hard. But I started out doing it really, really young. I mean, I had harmonica probably in my late teens, I think. So people will say, "Oh, that looks like," but I don't know. It's just something you just learn, right? And it's not that hard to do. I personally don't think.
Now, see Morgan, another harmonica player to help us out.
Yeah, but I will say, listen, there's a lot. I don't want to underestimate really good harmonica players. I'm a singer-songwriter harmonica player. Okay, so I'm not, I'm good for what I'm doing with that, right? As a singer-songwriter. Right. But I'm no match at all for some of these guys that come with cases of every key imaginable and including flats and sharps and you name it, you know. But anyway,
All right. So we got Steve Pichan. He's going to do one more for us tonight. We are blessed to have. And after that, we've got Eric.
Yeah.
Pelto
Why
back
am
in
I the
saddle.
headliner tonight? How did that happen? Did you just stick me in after the break when no one's listening, man?
Well, I thought
you
it
did
was
this all wrong.
Well, we're kind of doing a jam here, so
I guess.
I think that's
It's-
a good
all
way.
right, all right.
I think since we're all playing,
Fair enough.
since we're all jumping on with you,
Fair enough.
I figure we close it out with that.
I think it's a great idea.
But all right, Steve Pichan here on Acoustically Yours on Cave Radio, www.crbradio.com.
A must for a harmonica player. You gotta kind of juice it up a little.
You got to be
right?
moist.
Yeah.
Is that where Wet Your Whistle comes from? Is that
That's right. I'm sure it does. Yeah. Anyway, talk on this for a little minute, a quick minute, but this was I just decided I wanted to do these, but this was another one that I played for the Trinity House Peace concert for Peace, and my thought here was like, what does peace mean to me? You know, if somebody said, "Hey, I'm going to look up Steve's dictionary and what does he say about what peace is?" So that's kind of how I wrote it. It's like it's my definition of peace. What do I see in the world that would be my definition?
All right.
That's it. Peace is like a river flowing, an olive branch given to you free, a conflict set aside for the sake of love. That is peace to me, peace to me. A shepherd in his field, tending to his sheep, with such a watchful eye and a love so deep, and breaking bread with neighbor we don't see eye to eye, but that is peace to me, peace to me. Swords turned into plowshare, darkness turned to light, and the image of our God I see in humankind, where children live in absence, war in distant land. That is peace to me, that is peace to me. Now we can live divided if that is what we choose, or we can choose to unify for all humanity. But I prefer to love you, there's no other way. Give us peace and
make us free. When brown, black, and white find their common ground, and Palestine and Israel call each other friends, and set aside the differences for a peaceful end, that will be peace to me. Peace for you and me.
All right, Steve Pichan, awesome, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I love it. I love your strum. I love you. Oh man, you're actually, I think, our first guest that's come on that's used a thumb pick.
You know, I've always played with my thumb. I couldn't hold a pick when I was a kid. That's where it started.
No kidding.
Yep. And so I played with my thumb until I started picking up a thumb pick. And this here, actually, for those of you who might be interested, this is a 3D pick made by an engineering friend of mine. And we've been working on this for a time. We can actually call it the flat thumb.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And there is one with the spring on stuff, but this is better. And yeah, he makes those for me in big batches. And maybe someday we'll try to market the thing, but it's great. I have to put a piece of tape around it to hold it as firm as I need it, because after a while, the material that it's made of starts to soften it a little bit. But in any case, I don't want to take up any more time because I know we definitely want to get to Eric.
You are the second pick designer we've had.
It's true.
Is that right?
It's true. I was expecting it to be the same person, honestly.
Doug Larson with his circular pick.
Oh yeah, I did notice that the
disc pick.
The disc pick to keep him from dropping his.
Hey Doug, let's compare picks. That'd be fun, and maybe I can incorporate that into this thing.
We're gonna have a pick show.
Yeah.
Coming soon to Acoustically Yours.
Yeah.
The pick show.
All right.
So we have come to the end of our show. So just a reminder: don't forget golf outing. Don't forget Raven to Cave. The cool stuff that we got going on here through the cave for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you at those events. And it is time, because picking the guitar back up is half the battle.
Yeah.
And now Eric Pelto's back in the saddle.
And I always do the best I can to set myself up to autopilot the show, because doing stuff and watching the lights go is just, it's tough work, man.
So tell me again, we're playing this in the key of.
Oh,
well, you decided G, right?
That sounds right. C major, G major, D major.
Okay. Those are the chords.
Those are the chords.
Yeah.
That's about as G as it gets.
Yeah. We'll do some picking here.
Give me I'm gonna say let me get out of the first chorus.
Okay.
And the rest of the songs pretty much falls into place after that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so last time out, I went with earliest musical memory, and today I'm playing what I think I'm pretty sure it's the first song I learned how to play and felt confident enough playing it and singing it that I played it in front of another person. I don't remember who it was. It was probably my buddy Matt. But yeah, that's I think that's the signpost on that. Let me see how loud am I here? Kind of loud. That'll do. I don't know, man. What's the worst that could happen, right? So
that's a scary thought, right?
Right? All right, so this is Tragically Hip, Wheat Kings, or the closest I'll get to it.
down in the Paris of the prairie. Some kings and bars, treasures buried, and all you hear are the rusty breezes pushing around the weather vane Jesus. And the Zippo lighter he sees the killer's face. Maybe it's someone standing in a killer's place. 20 years for nothing, well that's nothing new. Besides, no one's interested in something you didn't do. We kings and pretty things, wait and see what tomorrow brings. It's a dreamy dreams when the high school's dead and stark. It's a museum and we're all locked up in after dark. Walls of lion, yellow, gray, and sinister, hung with pictures of our parents' prime ministers, and we kings and pretty things. Wait and see what tomorrow brings. A breaking story on the CBC. The nation whispers we always knew that he'd go free. Oh, you can't be fond of living in the past. 'Cause if you are, then there's no way that you're gonna last with we kings and pretty things. Wait and see what tomorrow brings. Kings and pretty things. That's what tomorrow brings.
Nice.
Skibbity bop.
Yeah. Nice tune.
All right, another fun. Oh, that was so much fun.
It was. It was a blast. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the
Oh
invitation.
man, jamming out
Yeah.
with jamming
Eric
it out
had
with
a great tune there.
Eric
I like it a
Pelto's
lot.
back in the saddle.
Can I make a quick couple of shameless plugs here?
Please.
Yes, because we want to know what you got going on,
Do one shameful one.
One
What's
shameless-
coming?
Squeeze a shameful one in there.
where we can find you.
Yeah, you can find Facebook, YouTube. You can look just my name and just you'll find all that stuff. But Steve Pichan, Pichan, and also this Thursday I'll be playing at Wildwood Amphitheater, opening up for Yacht Seas, I think they're called.
That's out Lake Orion, right?
Yep, it's in Lake Orion, so that'll be fun. And then I'm just trying to pick some dates out of the head. On September 19th at the Water Tower Distillery out in Ypsilanti. And then on the 20th, September 20th, we'll be playing with Bill Arnold, Bobby Pennock, and
Excellent.
myself. And we'll be there at the Victorian Festival in Northville. We've got Moonwinks coming up. And the big one, not that those are insignificant, those are things I'm really looking forward to. But on October 18th, we picked a Sunday afternoon to try to bring in as many musician friends as possible. So Jim and Mary, I'll be looking for you there. But we're going to be at the Warehouse. That's a part of the River's Edge Brewing Company. And I'll be there with, you guessed it, Dave Roof.
Okay.
Dave Roof and Aaron Markovitz, Dan Merricks, John Ross on bass, myself, and Bill Arnold will be also joining us with some dobro playing. And we'll be, but that is, it's my show, so we'll be doing all of my original material. And we actually did a couple of Neil Young pieces last time because I enjoy doing some Neil stuff. So we might pick a couple of Neil out on the weekend, might be
Excellent.
one of them. And it seats about 150. And last but not least about that, certainly not least, something Valley. I'm forgetting the name of the group's first name. Oh my goodness. Blockhouse. I got it. Blockhouse Valley. You got to get them in here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, it's basically, I think it's husband and wife, but certainly no less than girlfriend and boyfriend. He's a fabulous guitarist, mandolin player, and it's Cody and Ashley. And they will be opening for us and probably doing a 20-minute set or thereabouts.
Oh, fantastic.
And we're going to start it at, pretty sure it starts at 6. Double check that. We'll be posting. But we'll be there about 2.5 hours total between us and them.
Fantastic.
$10. We gotta pay. You know who?
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Thank you very much for coming in, Steve Pichan.
Yeah, thank you.
Joining us tonight live. We've had Eric Pelto. Awesome job. Awesome jam. Thank you for doing what you always do here on
Thank you,
Acoustically
Eric.
Yours. So we will be back soon. Be safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of each other. And until next time, my friends, my name is Skip Dietz, and I am Acoustically Yours.
Thank you, Skip.